What's up, everybody? I'm going to talk to you today about something that kind of irked me. Actually, it really pissed me off. It's not about MS. It's about the fact that this government we're backing a war in Yemen. We're helping them, and what's crazy about this is our tax dollars are going to this war. We're just in a support role, supposedly. We don't know, but it did start under the Obama era, so I'm kind of at him. I mean, he, like I said, he's not perfect. It's not, you know. But over this last weekend, the rebels or whoever we're supporting, they blew up a school bus full of kids. That's horrific, man. And we're backing them? I mean, if they killed one innocent person, one, that's too much. But we're allowing our tax dollars now to go to that. Okay. Now that's horrible. I can't even say but. No, there's no but in that. That's just horrible. That's just, that's doggone disgusting. The fact that we Americans allow this stuff. Now, see what's also on top of that, we have division amongst each other. And it's funny, it's like, it's not surprising to Hispanics. It's not surprising to African Americans. Because it's been like that since the inception of this country. But it's getting kind of like now, white folks are noticing it, and I'm like, finally, this is something that they've railed against since I was born. I was born in '77, so I remember all the '80s listening to rap when it was in its beginning stages, when NWA came up and Public Enemy and all this stuff, and I remember they were talking about this kind of stuff, but white folks thought it was just, I imagine it was just a fad. It was just, and then they rail against hip hop. And the reason why is like, I always wondered, why do they rail against hip hop? Well, one, probably because they don't like the music. Well, that's fine. That's fine. You have the right to choose and like what you want. I mean, it's not like what I'm trying to, or people are trying to control you. It's because when Ice-T and Ice Cube, and then we're talking about F the Police, they actually knew what they were talking about. The white folks knew that the blacks were rising up. The African Americans were rising up. So I know I'm doing the Trump. That's my black guy. That's my African American. Anyway, my mom would slap me. Anyway, it would. They knew that what they were saying in the rap songs was true, and I think white folks were. So why can we say white folks and not black folks? I mean,
I don't know. I don't make up the rules.
Well, my mom didn't like that word. She's like, I'm not African American. I've never been to Africa. I'm black. Or whatever. Anyway, it's personal preference. So, excuse me for those who get offended by African Americans. Excuse me for those who get offended by blacks.
No disrespect.
I'm Puerto Rican, so I've been called a Mexican, Cuban, a beaner, wetback, spick. I've been called everything. I just don't care what people say. I look at their actions. Now, people like Trump and people like Sensenbrenner and even Paul Ryan, if you make excuses for this mess, like, well, you know, I don't support it, but if you put a button there, or if your what you do, your history is showing that you support it, then really you have nothing to talk about. Now, see, we have certain politicians, certain candidates that talk about, well, you got to go in there and work with them. Why should I work with somebody who who innately, if their mind is set to division? Okay, all of them need to go. Everyone. All of them. They need to go. We need the new generation in there. We need the new generation of non-hate. But we're seeing that Trump stoked this. It's okay for to me, racist. It's okay to blow up school buses full of kids, even in another country. It's because it's in another country that it's accepted. But if somebody blew up a school bus here full of kids, yeah. But I don't know too much that'd be held to pay, because we can let a gunman walk to a school with an AK-47 and just mow kids down. So hey, the NRA come up and say it's okay, and the news has stopped talking about it. So I just don't get it. Anyway, but let's keep voting in people that don't look like ourselves, or that look like ourselves, and don't vote in people who have open minds. Let's start. That just shows me how divided we are. I was looking at Wisconsin Eye as this broadcast company. I don't know. They do a lot of stuff for Wisconsin. Well, they asked Sam Sensenbrenner and Tom Pogba. They interviewed them, but they didn't interview me or Jennifer LaPond. Now, then they come back with, "Well, I'm so sorry, but we didn't. You didn't make the ballot." And I'm like,
notice you two are minorities in the election.
I don't know. Jennifer's not a minority. She's
female.
Well, she's female. Yeah, she's a minority. But you interview the two white guys, and it's okay. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying the common acceptance in America is, if you're white, you're right. But if you're a Hispanic and if you're disabled, hey, that's not a story. Really?
It's a liability.
Yeah, it's a liability. I was in a hospice 11 years ago, and you guys go, "That's nothing." But let one, let somebody else, let that be. If I was Caucasian, it'd be more accepting. Now, it's not an excuse for me not to make the ballot. I should have worked a lot harder. I'm not going to sit there and make excuses and say, no, I should have worked harder. I know that. But, once again, I didn't know what I was doing. First time ever being in a campaign. But I know what I need to do now. But Wisconsin, I just interviewed those two Caucasian men. But they didn't want the opinion of a woman or a Hispanic. Disabled Hispanic. They didn't want that. And I think I have a lot to say about them blowing up a bus full of other people, separating families at the border of my people, well, like my cousins, and immigration because most immigration is brown. So I don't understand how you guys don't see this. Now, the Trump administration, I don't know if you guys knew this, but they're now going after legal residents that are Hispanic. Legal immigration. Yes, that's right. They're going to start kicking out legal immigrants. It's on the news. It's there. I'm not just making this up. Watch, learn, expand your mind. Look it up, man. They're going after legal residents. That means your landlord could be...
Yes.
Yeah. It's horrible. So, like I said, once I get done with that, they're coming after you poor whites first. Next. You're going... And what's funny is they're going to try to eject me to Puerto Rico.
Even though you were born here.
Yeah, even if I was born here. So that doesn't matter. I'm brown. If you're brown... So, guess what?
You might get back to Mexico.
I'm not going to Mexico.
I know, but...
I know they won't know. Anyway, it's just sickening me. So you guys really need to understand and start waking up to the fact that you keep voting in the same thing. But see, my issue from day one has been equality. It's been, look, you need to start treating everybody the same. Why do white men get all the bonuses, but a white woman couldn't? Okay, let's get off that. Why do white folks get all everything, but African Americans and Hispanics can't? And then they yell at, well, Muslims. Did you guys know that Muslims is a religion? It's not a race. It's a religion. Okay, see, I'm just trying to figure out you guys' mentality, the ignorance that I'm seeing. And that's what it is. It's ignorance. It's not. I'm not insulting you. I'm telling you the truth of what you are. You're ignorant. Because if you are sitting here saying Muslim ban, that's a religious ban. Muslim is a religion. It's not a people. It's a religion. And they actually have the nerve to say, with the war on Christmas and the war on Christianity, what? There's no war on Christianity. Maybe in Saudi Arabia, maybe in the Middle East, because they get killed there for being Christian. But you don't get killed here for being Christian. Unless you're some lonely white dude with a gun and you walk to a black church and shoot up the congregation. Oh, yeah. Oh, and did you guys know that even LGBTQ folks can be Christian? But let's dog them out. Let's not give them fear. Huh?
Nothing.
And, I mean, you know. And did you know that LGBTQ also are Caucasian? They're not black. They're not Hispanic. They're every race. But you guys don't care. See, I don't get this. You guys see the encroachment of rights. But you turn your head. So now it's legal residents, legal Hispanics, they're coming after you. I mean, at least until it gets big enough and we say enough. It's getting ridiculous. And I'm not saying that Tom is not going to do a great job. I mean, I know that's not who I've been talking about, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that aren't we just tired of people putting money and all this other stuff first and not equality? Because we went so far back. We're almost to the point to where they're about to bring out the fire hoses and dogs on African Americans and Hispanics. We're almost to that point now. And your right to vote is just, it's going to the twos, but you guys don't even use it. And I'm talking to my folks. I'm talking to my blacks and Hispanics. We don't use it. Vote, people. Vote. Vote for Tom. I don't care. Just vote for somebody. Say something.
Let your voice be heard. Because if they don't hear you, then they're just going to keep on doing the shit. I'm sorry, the stuff that they're doing now, and they're going to think that it doesn't matter.
Exactly. And you got to do something. And I'm going to walk around and talk to people I've been talking to. And after the 14th next week, after Tuesday, 13th, 14th, whatever, I'm going to ask them, did you vote? If they say no, I'm like, well, then I don't care. Vote for Sensenbrenner. Actually, no, don't vote for him. Vote for Pond. I don't care. Just vote for somebody. Have an issue. Have a dream. And if you guys, well, it doesn't matter. Well, I'm Hispanic. Okay? If I said it didn't matter, I wouldn't be running. I wouldn't be wearing my shirt. Okay? Suppose that.
If your vote didn't matter, you wouldn't be here.
Exactly. If the vote, yeah. My parents did not go through what they went through just for you to not vote.
Exactly.
And I'm sorry. And see, Natalie's parents are Ukrainian. So, they didn't go through the struggles and all that for you not to vote. I don't even know if they voted or not, but still.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, they did. You know, it's disgusting. Anyway, remember, your tax dollars are blowing up kids. And your tax dollars are paying for people in Congress to just do the same old. And they know it's not going to change. Wisconsin Eye, when they did their interviews, they knew it was a change. They just talk about, we sit the same. You guys did not send me an invite. You guys did not come at me. You guys did not offer me. Oh, because I wasn't on the ballot. I'm still a contender. Hell. I don't remember. The girl from 14. She won a district on write-ins.
New York.
She didn't even run from that district. She won it. So you don't think that we have a say? Just because I was 150 signatures short and I don't have $40,000 sitting in my bank account ready for my campaign? I'm sorry. Ooh, I don't have the money. So yes, it came down to one thing. Money. And I'm saying forget money. That's it. I don't want money. I don't care. I want to represent you as a people. Us, equality, women, equality, blacks, equality, Hispanics, equality. No more breaking children up, no more blowing up school buses, no more. I want health care. I want education. And oh God, I want education. For everything. And yes, I want jobs. And see, people say, oh, we want jobs. Well, how about we make it equal? How about we make it so where we don't get, if somebody named LaQuisha gets the resume in, she gets the same opportunity as somebody named Kim. How about we do that? It's your choice.